And so, one of the things I keep saying in the comments is that it's all a joke, that I'm taking it too far. I need to let it go. Let Adonis Paul do his thing. It's just a joke. What they've done with my little brother's grave is just a joke. And it may be a joke to you. It may be. But to me, it's not funny. And it's not a joke. It's my little brother's memory that has been forever tarnished. Because every time I think about my little brother now, I think about the fact that a man has held 5 separate fundraisers to urinate on his grave. I think about the fact that my own aunt actually visited the grave with a bottle of apple juice to fulfill the first fundraiser. None of this is funny. It's my little brother. My little brother who didn't even have a chance at life. I don't want him to be the butt of your joke. He's not a joke. He was a human being, deserving of dignity and respect. I don't understand why you won't accept that just because he's disabled. Just because he wouldn't have spoken back to you, just because he couldn't do anything. You don't see him as a person. You think it's okay to treat him like trash, to desecrate his grave whenever you need a couple of dollars. Oh no, Adonis Paul needs $5. He's gonna go after my disabled brother's grave again. Nobody should have to live like that. And it has absolutely shattered me. My heart is broken. I wake up every day and I cry for what they have done to my brother's memory. Every day. I have begged and begged and begged for him to leave my brother alone. And he won't. He refuses. He's held 2 fundraisers this year. We're only 25 days into this year. 3 weeks in and he's already held 2 fundraisers to urinate on my brother's grave. And he's done it not because it's funny or because it's a joke. He's done it because it breaks my heart every single time. It rips it out of my chest, just absolutely destroys me and leaves me wanting to die. Because I don't want to live in a world where my little brother is being constantly mistreated. It was bad enough when he was alive that life was so horrible in that house. Our parents always screaming and fighting. There's always something happening. And now in death, he can't have peace. In death, he can't have a nice place to be. Because a man online needs money. That's what this is all about. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's not a joke. It's not funny. It's not a game. It's literally these people holding fundraiser after fundraiser to desecrate my handicapped brother's grave. And it hurts me. Because I am a human being and I love my brother. And the argument that nobody has gone to the grave is not true, because my aunt visited the grave, and she did not visit it as his aunt. She visited it as Adonis Paul's friend. Had she visited his grave as his aunt, she would not have needed to film herself with a bottle of apple juice and let everybody know she was standing in for Adonis Paul, who would not make the trip even though he had earned the money to do it. The first fundraiser, he earned $1,500 to urinate on my brother's grave. When my aunt showed up at that grave and made that video saying she was standing in for a friend, she was doing it for Adonis Paul to fulfill the fundraiser he held to urinate on my brother's grave. He went on to make 4 more fundraisers. because my aunt fulfilled the first one for him and made him feel strong and powerful enough to continue going after a dead, disabled person. My aunt didn't visit him as my aunt. She didn't love him. She didn't care about him at all. Or she never would have done what she did, because it was extremely disrespectful. And I know she doesn't see it that way. It doesn't matter. He was my brother, and I see it as disrespectful. The rest of my family can treat him like garbage if they want. That doesn't mean I have to. The rest of my family can look at this type of behavior and laugh and think it's funny. That doesn't mean I have to. I don't have to look at my brother and see him as a nothing just because everybody else does and wants me to. I will still see him as a person that deserves love and dignity that you are taking away from him for money, for your own personal finances. It is not a joke, and it's not okay, and I will never stop speaking out for little Ronnie. Adonis Paul has to be stopped. He should not be allowed to do this. To profit off of going after disabled people's graves, to profit off of going after mentally ill people, to profit off of hurting people day after day after day. And I'm the only one that will speak out and try to stop him.